Streaming. Alright, hopefully the stream's online now. And if it's online, good. And this is this month's Decklist stream. Gaga, help me here. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's the Decklist stream for Grand Prix Escaldes.
Yeah, so, something as called this. Don't question it. But yeah, so pretty small GP this month, so hopefully we get through it quick before you get cut off, because I still have to figure out why OBS cuts off Discord after a while. Okay, apparently someone said that you're much louder than me. Yes, I can do some audio balancing. I'll reduce it slightly. Okay. Like during the stream, I can't really tell how loud you are to the stream audience because like OBS is recording through a different channel than the or at least I think so. I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, let's just talk about what changed this month, because there's not that many changes, right?
Yeah, there was Chihaizen was changed.
Let's see if this works. Yep. So
it now only reduces the cost by 1, but gives flash.
So basically,
so it's no longer a way to get 5 mana's worth of stuff on turn 3 with 1 card, which was violating some rule the council had.
and
matters for the Moonlit Hunter decks and also anything involving a voiceless assailant.
Yep.
Petal Scatter got reverted. I'm guessing. I don't remember this even changed, so you probably know what that is.
Petal Scatter is now. Petal Scatter got reverted because Primal Resurgence got nerfed. So like you can no longer curve turn 1 Primal into turn 2 Petal Scatter. So now it's a 2/2, and Aura always adds green instead of changing the ability. So that means you can stack multiple auras on the same land, which means the card's a lot better. Or the card's better now, but I don't think anyone has bothered to build with it so far, because like the main decks that Petal Scatter used to go into were the Primal Resurgence ramp decks, and after Primal Resurgence got nerfed, I mean those ramp decks don't really. I mean they still exist, but like you no longer have all of those land aura synergies like you had before, or like you no longer have those incidental land aura synergies, because like pre-nerf Primal Resurgence was just a wham land aura that ramped you, so you just play it at base, and then you have all those ram synergies that it gives you. But now, like this card's not worth playing at base, so unless you really try to build around the synergy, it's not going to work out for you. But you know, maybe I'll try building with Petal Scatter sometime later. And also Starlight Beacon got nerfed by 1. I think that impacts some deck, or whatever. Like it's trying to hit the blink decks, because blink decks have been a problem. They've been a problem for quite some time.
And then the Usurper's Final Rest was changed to avoid the unintended interaction with basic lands.
Yeah.
And I guess with lands in general, which I think it would have been fine as non-basic, but I guess they went with non-land.
I don't think anyone actually abused that fact, because nobody noticed that it didn't have that safeguard, and then as soon as someone noticed, they eroded it. Anyways, yeah, that's enough talking about stuff in the past. I guess we can move on to the decks. I haven't actually looked at the decks yet, so this time we're actually going to get my blind reaction. But yeah, let's start going. So Amethyst is on. Oh, they're not on the combo deck that they were playing in League.
They're on Bant Orchard. So it's got the Orange Orchard can make mana for each token you control. And it's got a bunch of ways to make a lot of like clues or Lotus Petal tokens. There's Epic Encounter to help you find either the Orange Orchard or various sideboard cards.
Wait a minute. They're not on the version that they ran in League. Wait, what? Huh. Okay, apparently it's missing a lot of the tech that the League version was running. Okay, so basically the League version was on From the Mirror. So basically From the Mirror lets you copy any legendary permanent for 3 mana. So you could use From the Mirror to copy Orange Orchard for 3 mana. So like if Orchard's making a bunch of mana and you copy it, then suddenly like that actually makes you go up on mana. And then they were also like planning on copying Ramsey or something. But yeah, like, I guess they're not running it in this version for some reason.
It turns out elaborate transportation is better.
Oh yeah, this untaps lands, right? Elaborate traps. Ah,
Yeah, does
yeah.
seem better.
I guess that's another thing that elaborate transportation does, which is funny because I remember playing an Orchard deck in GP before, and I faced up against Amethyst in one of the games, and Amethyst deck was running elaborate transportation, and that wrecked me because if you elaborate transportation with the token lands that you make, then it literally becomes one mana destruction. So I guess this deck is also
That sounds fun.
so this deck is also really good in Mirror then, because you have 4 copies of main deck land destruction against other Orchard decks.
Like a really fun mirror.
I mean, it's like actually does sound like a fun mirror because I mean, how do Wasteland decks? How do mirrors with Wasteland decks play out in Legacy? I assume they're fun, right?
And like
because it's really slow testing.
In combo control, mirrors I think are usually pretty fun. Yes.
But yeah, add that to the list of list of sins that elaborate transportation commits, because there's like there has to be a gigantic list at this point.
It blinks replication module if you want one more.
Oh, it also does that. Yeah, it does that too.
And do you have a way to recur that if they're not really one?
It doesn't seem like. I mean, you don't really need to recur it. You just have to draw into the second one. You're running 4 copies. Like this lets you go non-deterministic. This lets you go non-deterministically infinite, right? If you can just.
Nice.
Like if you have enough tokens, go Orange Orchard. Wait, is it not running Smo? Like the version I placed in League was also running Smo.
Yeah, it just wasn't necessary. This was enough to win the game. The wade throughs are what sort of allowed us to cut a lot of other things.
Draws. All right, yeah. So I guess the plan here is if you can get a big enough replication module, like what you have 6 cards in hand, you wade through, sink 4 mana into it, pitch half your hand, get another Orange Orchard activation somehow, put you up a bunch of mana still, and then you copy the replication module or something. Yeah. Okay, I can. I think this version's a lot more. This version is a lot more combo-y. I think as compared to the one I faced in League, because the one in League I felt like since it had Samoa and stuff, it does have more of a mid range, or I mean, more of a fair plan. But I feel like this deck is just going full thrust on the combo. And I assume the win con is in the sideboard. Like once you have infinite mana, or you don't have infinite mana, but you have like more mana than you'll ever need, you can epic encounter and pick up your win condition of choice.
Oh yeah.
Which seems like
I noticed this. I noticed there are 3 timely reinforcements and 4 Pack to the Moon.
Yeah, I guess Burn is definitely one of the matchups you need to worry about in this, because you have all these lands that basically don't make mana on the first turn. Like this is a skip turn 1 type of deck, so you really need to be able to interact on turn 2 to stop Burn from running you over. I think my version actually ran what's that guy called? The 1 mana thing that let you choose a creature, and when it died, it dealt 4 damage to it. I forgot what it was called.
Volatile Stormwind.
Volatile. Volatile Stonework. I can't spell right now. Yeah, Volatile Stonework. Like, I wonder if this would be a better card against Burn, because like it lets you have a turn 1, lets you do stuff turn 1 against them.
Timely reinforcements making tokens is also always nice.
Oh yeah, Back to the Moon as well. This makes a token.
The win con here is using Lao Xiang to take an extra turn, and then just pumping a million Ramsey tokens with Arista's Deliverance. Or not, sorry, Replication module.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, like it doesn't really matter how you win if you can with these big mana decks. The hard part's getting to the big mana. It's not like winning with your big mana, assuming you have enough card draw. But yeah, 2 Lowest Barons to fight against opposing Mirror Gates. Alright, I guess I'll give it 5 Chili Peppers because
I will as well. This seems like a really cool deck.
Like Orchard, I've tried building Orchard in the past before, and this version seems like this version is much spicier because it takes much better advantage of synergies. Because like the version of Orchard I built was just basically a ramp pile that incidentally also had Orchard plus Shiftscape lands plus some token makers that happen to be good in ramp value decks. But like this deck has a much more solid plan of how it's like it has a much more well thought out plan for what you're going to do with the orchard. Anyways, let's move on. Skygar, you're next.
Okay, so I've been a bit busy this month, so I didn't have too much time to put something together. But I ended up going with an updated version of an old deck I played at a GP at some point that was itself based on one made by, I think, Cyber Chronometer, and it's Grixis Winnow Stop. It's got it's got 4 Vicious Slasher and 1 White Light. Give an opponent's creature Winnow, which makes it so damage dealt to it causes its controller to lose that much life. And then I've got 3 copies of Last Stop, which can deal 11 damage to target creature. That can dome my opponent for 11 if I put it together. But I can also be a more fair, like, creature deck with, like, Plasma Dick. I've got Plaxolotl here, trying out that post nerf.
What's this card do again? Okay, it lets you copy stuff, I guess.
Definitely not as good as it used to be, but I think it might still be good enough. This used to have more of the caring about the number of cards in your graveyard stuff, but for one thing, what was it? Oracle's Vision got nerfed, and after that, I was thinking maybe it would be better to. But also, I wasn't too sure when I was playing it originally if that worked that well anyway, since it felt like it didn't do that much alongside the other parts of the deck. Like you've got this Vicious Slasher, 4 copies. It's a 2-1 for 1 that you want to attack with. Then your other threats all wait until you've got a full graveyard.
I mean, Murktide kind of goes like a lot of. I mean, there's some decks around that place small creatures and then play a thing that wants a lot of cards in graveyard.
Yeah, and that can work, but I felt like it was kind of weird sometimes to have such aggressive things at the same time as the other things. It can work, definitely, but I wanted to try this other direction that just got rid of most of that aside from Ministu, and maybe that'll work better, maybe it won't, I don't know.
You're only playing 4 copies of Monkey Shine. Like, you're only playing 4 cantrips in this deck. Like, I guess, like, if you want to play graveyard stuff, you probably want to go to at least 8 cantrips.
Yeah, since it used to have Oracle's Vision, and I considered making a version with like one of our other 1 mana mill 2 draw cards, but
I find it interesting how you're not running Lose Your Mind.
I guess I didn't think about that one.
Because I feel like that's like if you're playing a cantrippy Xeroxy deck, Lose Your Mind's one of the best card best refills you have, right? It's just 2 mana, draw 2 cards at instant speed with upside.
I probably should. That wasn't a card when I played this deck previously, and didn't think of it when I was building it again. Yeah, it should probably be in the deck.
Yeah. So how often do you actually manage to get the combo off?
It's not that often.
It's
like the cards aren't too bad on their own.
It's
like Vicious Slasher is actually a pretty good aggressive threat in a deck with a lot of burn spells.
Right. But most of your burn is sorcery speed. I mean, I guess it's kind of annoying if your opponent blocks this thing before you can burn it, but I have to assume there's lots of times where you just swing with it, give your opponent's thing a window, they don't block, and then you scorch it afterwards. So like it really incentivizes your opponent to try to trade with this thing as it attacks.
Yeah, and even if they block, they're still taking 2. Okay.
But you're also taking however many.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, seems solid.
I'm not too sure. There wasn't really a deck I was too excited to play for this, since my other ones all have gotten nerfed or hadn't been performing that well. Yeah, hopefully this will work out.
I like the 4 copies of Brutalize in the sideboard to absolutely destroy opposing creature decks.
Yeah. I was also thinking since Bogles won last GP, I might want some removal that actually works against them.
I doubt they're like. I feel like people aren't going to try running Bogles again because.
Yeah, I don't think I ended up seeing any, but
it's a sort of deck that isn't that fun to play. It's like you're mostly trying to match up fish, right? And if people already know about it, then it's very low agency if your opponent had to plan against it. But yeah, I'll give you 5 chili peppers. It is a pretty cool deck. I do like these sorts of Xeroxy tempo-ish decks. And you are also running Sigil Hoarder, which is one of the new cards, which is fun.
Yeah, I was thinking I might try it out. Doesn't really synergize much, but it just looked pretty good to me in general. As another aggressive threat I can play with some upside.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Tile Belly is on Satrapies. Wait, no, did I give you? Yeah, I gave you point. Are we doing rankings, or do you think we're not good enough to do the sorts of stuff like that?
We could. Oh, I should have put Mirror Gate in my deck for Satrapies.
You should. No, I put Mirror Gate in my deck for Orange Orchard after getting beaten up by
Oh
that
yeah,
deck in
that's
League.
another thing. Although I haven't been playing League yet this month since I've been on vacation. So,
Wait, can you deck me the Fortune Run Mirror Gates?
I mean in the sideboard.
I guess sideboard Mirror Gate isn't the worst thing in the world. You just pretend that it's like you don't count it towards your land, so you just replace the spell with it, and you pretend that it's basically a spell that also takes your land drop, right? When you're counting per mana ratios.
Yeah, I think I'd count it as part of a land drop. It's like it does still tap for mana.
Yeah, but
and you can choose one of the colors.
But like, it's not something you want. But it's not something you want. It's not a land that you want when you're trying to curve out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Satrapies. Right. So last GP, everyone was talking about how Satrapies was wrecking League, but then nobody was on Satrapies during the GP. I guess we finally found someone this month after the hype has already worn down. So they're hoping like nobody's planning for it. But yeah. So the main thing that Satrapies gets is Research Quarter. This land is absolutely busto. It doesn't look that busto, but I mean, maybe it looks busto. I don't know. It didn't look that busto to me at first glance until I saw it in play. But like, Skygar,
it is very strong.
Skygar, explain the play experience of playing against Research Quarter, or if you're running Research Quarter.
Your opponent attacks you every turn with a 4/4 Vigilance that's immune to non-land permanent removal and sorcery speed removal. And they spend like maybe 1 mana on doing that, and then during your turn they block with a 4/4 that they just have to like spend 1 mana on.
Right. Well, they have to spend 1 mana on it, and then if you wait too long, then they spend 0 mana on it.
Yeah.
And they basically have a permanent 4/4 Vigilance.
Oh yeah, and it can tap for mana after you attack with it.
Yeah, in case you don't want to block with it afterwards. So like it actually costs 1 less than a normal mana land to activate. And then the other thing that you get with Satrapies is Seed of Power. So basically every time you play a Satrapy, you gain 1 life, and these guys stack with each other. So if you're trying to clock down your opponent and they have multiple Seeds of Power in play, you're pretty sad about that because they're getting like 2 life off every land drop.
Yeah, and you're also pretty sad if they have multiple Research Quarters in play.
Yeah, like if the opponent has 2 Research Quarters in play, it basically becomes impossible to really attack past anything because that thing's going to trade with because Satrapy double block basically makes big creatures really annoying too. It makes it really painful to try to attack through with big creatures. I mean, at least if you can like force this trade on Satrapy, then that's good because if a Research Quarter dies, then it also reduces their Satrapy count, which might make future Research Quarters harder to activate. But yeah, so like basically so the reward for running a Satrapy mana base is that you basically have your win con already taken care of and your stabilization already taken care of, because like if you can get to 7, if you can get Sea of Power down and then in this Satrapy to make Research Quarter cheap, then your opponent can't attack it with smaller things, and you're also like every land drop puts you further out of burn range. So with that taken care of, let's look at how the rest of the deck is going to help you get to enough Satrapies to stabilize.
Basically it's bug control with all the good bug control deck cards.
How many removal cards? How many answers is this deck running?
Answers in general.
Well, like 4 Celestial Banishment, 4 Pearl Fracture, 4 Pith Float, 3 Singularity's Grasp, 2 Biohazard, like 5 board wipes, just in the main deck alone. because
23? And then I'm curious about the Beyond All Horizons. I guess that can find your research quarter and Seed of Power. So that's
yeah, like Beyond All Horizons is just there to so you can like try to get out as many research quarters as possible because like
Oh, nice.
multiple research quarters is, as you said before, is very hard to deal with.
Oh, good. Your opponent doesn't even have to draw all their research quarters for you to lose to it.
And I guess we call Forgotten Aeons it's because it's just good in general. Honestly, I feel like we call Forgotten Aeons isn't really needed in this deck, but maybe it helps you turbo out your satrapies earlier, so and gives you refill later on.
Kind of a bit weird with all the counter magic, I think.
Yeah, I think so. The thing
Have these sorceries as well.
like the thing with Recall Forgotten Aeons is that like it's a very strong card at base, so a lot of people just try to jam it into decks that want to go long. But I feel like sometimes Recall isn't actually that good when you're because it forces you to tap out on turn 3.
Yeah, I've won a lot of games because my opponent tapped out on turn 3 instead of holding up counter magic because they were casting Recall Forgotten Eons.
So like maybe you want to look for some alternative instant speed draw. There's like a lot of we have a bunch of thirst cards in the format, and maybe one of those thirst cards is we have Thirst for Nostalgia, Thirst for Progress. That one discards instant or sorcery. Thirst for like maybe you run Thirst for Nostalgia instead. Or actually, since you're in Sultai colors, yeah, actually I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm just saying that maybe Recall Forgotten Aeons isn't what you want because like you're going to win the late game anyways with your research quarter spam.
You have like a growth spiral type card?
No. I don't think Council will let growth spirals through either.
Good, they shouldn't.
Actually, wait, we have the 4-mana version. What's it called again? In Dire Straits?
Oh yeah.
Like maybe In Dire Straits isn't that bad in this deck. Because like you don't have to turn 3 your Recall Forgotten Aeon effect, right? You want to be holding up answers, so like
although if you don't, then you need a 4th land already in hand, but you're running a lot of lands, right?
yeah.
Yeah. 26.
Sideboard wise they're on 4th.
Reconstruct takes a lot. Oh, wait, I guess you can. Do you have much to sacrifice to the Reconstruct, though?
Do you care?
Just got Valdez and Biohazard.
Actually, Biohazard is a pretty decent thing to stack to it.
Yeah, it is, but you're only running 2 copies.
Also, like you don't really care about the Reconstruct because again, you're winning with your research quarters. You don't need to.
Yeah.
I guess like if you really need to go over the top, then you could run like you could reconstruct in Dire Straits, but I mean at that point you can just sack one of your lands if the game goes that long that your research quarters aren't doing the job. Yeah. I'll give it like 5 chili peppers because we haven't seen satrapies in GP yet. I definitely don't look forward to whoever has to face this deck because it's not like fun to play against.
I think I'll go with 4. It has fun stuff, but it's also a lot of cards that I've seen all the time.
Yeah, but have you seen?
It does look pretty fun to play against.
Like, have you played against these sorts of decks before?
I've played against satrapies, and
there's
often somebody playing some sort of bug or 4-color control with like Recall Forgotten Aeons and all this stuff.
I'm still of the opinion that Recall Forgotten Aeons isn't actually a good control card because it forces you to tap out.
At least I think it's not good in instant speed control.
Actually, I'll go like one further and say that Recall Forgotten Aeons, even though it looks really good, it's not actually that good unless you're turboing out on turn 1 or on turn 2. The strongest thing you can be doing with Recall Forgotten Aeons is to ramp into it on turn 2. And every time I play a deck that plays Recall but can't ramp into it on turn 2, it always felt somewhat underwhelming. Like, I mean, it's still a really good card even if you can't do that, but it doesn't feel broken if you can't ramp into it on turn 2 because like if you're playing it on turn 3 and then you get run over, then it feels really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moving on. Requiem. It's Burn.
Yep.
Exact same list from last GP?
Was Avatar of Basalt in the last list?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Who was on Burn? Zane?
Yeah, I think this is basically the same.
Okay, cool. Let's give it 1 chili pepper and move on.
Yeah, Burn.
I think people are tired of Burn it. Oh, actually, we should check the sideboard just to see if there's any changes. Absolutely 0. Cool. Yeah, 1 chili pepper for just copying Burn again. See,
Also, I just always give burn 1 chili pepper
actually, no.
because I don't like burn.
I've given burn 5 chili peppers in the past if it's the Neon Claw version.
I think I've maybe given it 2 in the past.
Also, Neon Claw Knight Neon Claw Knight was unjustifiably nerfed. Like, why did they have to make the Neon?
So many rainbow decks before it got
But Neon Claw, the Neon Claw version of burn is actually worse than the current version of burn. So ironically, nerfing Neon Claw Knight made people play the better version of burn. But I like the Neon Claw version of burn so much more because it was more interesting to play. Since
I think the thing is,
since you're counting damage, you have to. There's lots of tricks you can do with damage increasers, or with this function to figure out how to maximize the amount of damage you're doing.
yeah.
Meanwhile, this version is just play 2 mana 3/3 haster, then smash face.
Yeah. Next, there's your deck.
Yes, 5 color Wayfinder Air. So this is me realizing that Horizon Wayfarer is actually really good, and me also realizing that Elvish Wayfinder is pretty good. So last month I played, Gerald Jund, and someone else with that deck did make top cut. And one of the problems I felt, this only originally runs 21 lands. Yeah, but one of the problems I've found with Gerald Jund, or with Elvish Wayfinder and Gerald Jund, is that you're running duplicate basics. So sometimes Elvish Wayfinder just flips your duplicate basic and you whiff on it. So, but I still want to be able to run 5 basics. So the only way to do that is to run 5 colors. And the 5 color is pretty free. The mana, this sort of fetch mana base is actually pretty good, as long as you don't do anything that's too pip intensive. It's extremely easy to get 1 pip of every color, but it's a lot harder to get 2 pips of the same color. But yeah, so you have Elvish Wayfinder, Horizon Wayfarer. It's your 2-drops. You're hoping that these guys go distance. You also have a small domain sub theme because you have 5 colors, so you have all the land types, and you also have Terraform Exalt to help you with getting extra basic land types that you don't already have. And the rest of the deck is just a bunch of answers. So the ideal game plan here is that you stick a Horizon Wayfarer, and then you just try to answer everything your opponent does while this thing whacks in for increasing amounts of damage. Or if you get to late game by using your answers, and you get to top deck 2 mana of 6/6s, and hopefully that beats whatever your opponent's top decking. Syncretic Master and Reveal Range lets you somewhat dig, and then you're running a bunch of random one-ups. Oh yeah, also Call to Wonder. Have you seen this card before?
No.
I feel like this card's actually quite good. It often becomes a 4 mana draw 5 or draw 6.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not sure if it's this is the best deck for it, because this deck doesn't really want to be tapping out.
Yeah, probably it might be better in a control deck.
Yeah, probably, but I don't like building control decks. I mean, this deck is kind of control-y. Right? It's
and it's probably good to have some of these to dig for, to have I see you also have one in your sideboard.
Yeah,
for grinding matchups.
Yeah, grinding matchups, stuff like that.
Yeah, and those I'd imagine it's very good.
And yeah, the mana base, basically the way you build Horizon Wayfarer or Elvish Wayfinder mana bases is that you only run 1 copy of every single fetchable land, but then you're free to run multiple copies of fetch lands. So that actually makes your mana quite good because again, fetch lands plus fetchable duels makes mana really good in general. And you have
You have a Hidden Garden entrance.
Oh yeah, that thing. I was originally planning to include some sort of combo in the sideboard, because there's a 4-card combo with Hidden Garden, or was it? It was a 4-card combo with Hidden Garden entrance, where you can tuck the entire combo in your sideboard, so that if the game ever gets to a point where you can play Hidden Garden entrance, you can try to grab one of the combo pieces, which then lets you start the combo, and then it also grabs other combo pieces, and you just win that way. It costs 9 mana to do, so eventually I ended up cutting it because this deck really does want the extra sideboard space, and I felt like I was not going to get the combo kill often enough for it to be worth it. But I'm still running 1 copy of it right now because if I ever get into a top deck war, then maybe I can monument this thing and then fetch Call to Wander, and maybe that gets me out of a bind or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, otherwise it's I'm not sure. I guess it's a pretty standard mid range deck, or as standard as you can get with a mid range deck that tries to. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm saying. I had to do a lot of theory crafting, or like I did a lot of tuning with this deck. I'm still not very confident that this is the best configuration because it keeps feeling like I'm lacking, like the deck is lacking something. Maybe it wants more. Maybe like it actually wants more meat. Like it wants stronger through drops that can actually take over the board. But then I have to cut answers for it, and I don't really want to cut answers in this deck either. So like, yeah. Anyways, I'll give myself 5 chili peppers, 5 color mid range. I caught 5 color way fair, I guess.
All right. And then do you think we're at the point where you need to do the OBS restart thing or something?
It's still recording you. So.
All right.
All right, F-Star.
All right. F-Star is on.
Oh, there's still
Rug Moonlit Hunter.
They're still trying to Moonlit Hunter.
Still got 4 copies of Chihaisen even after the nerf. Probably still good in the deck. I'm a bit curious. They've got Villain, Daughter of Susai, although now just 1 copy.
I guess they figure they can probably find it if they want it.
Unceasing Flames is the other red card here.
Huh.
I wonder why he thought that was the better win condition. Because I was pretty happy with my win condition when I played a deck like that.
Because they want to be able to win even if they don't get a full combo.
Yeah.
Is there anything interesting that we can? I mean, how good is Chihaisen? Like, what are you reducing with Chihaisen?
You're reducing your creatures and also making it so that you can cast Inductee on your opponent's end step.
Is that worth it? Like, somehow I feel like this is worth it.
I'm not sure. I think it's at least not like 2 weeks. It's fine. And it's also a cantrip that costs 2 or less mana, so you can sometimes go mana neutral or mana positive off of it anyway.
I guess.
Because I feel like if you're winning with Unceasing Flames and Daughter of Susai, you could win with, like, you're basically getting a full combo anyway, unless you're like in one of the weird games where you attack with 4/4 triumvirate inductees, something. But I like that they're more alone with my thoughts. I think good addition. And Wheat from Chaff is cool. It's a card I considered.
I mean, I think like the Unceasing Flames thing, the Unceasing Flames plan is that like there might be scenarios where you get this snap off from Unceasing Flames and you get to use your cantrips, but you can't stick a creature, and like having Unceasing Flames here does help you win in those scenarios, right? Because
I think if you can't stick a creature, Unceasing Flames 2 copies is not going to win.
Are you? I mean, like, what? So you first copy, dude? Is this running a license replication? It's not. Okay, never mind.
No.
They have one.
That was a card I was not happy with when I ran it, so probably good to not have it.
I guess maybe Unceasing Flames is better if your opponent is playing anti-mill. That doesn't even do anything.
Okay, but you don't care about anti-mill since you're making them draw.
I mean, like,
and also you can just like play out a bunch of creatures and tap down. You don't actually need the draw everything. You can just, unless you're like worried about your opponent going mountain lethal burn spell, you can just tap all their stuff down with your creatures and attack with them a lot of the time.
Okay. Yeah. They're running one reflected moment in the sideboard. Do you know what that's for?
I do not. What?
I mean, I guess it's not that unreasonable to get to 6 mana and play a reflected moment, right?
Yeah, and you've got your Seek Prophecies to reveal it sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Like, how easily can deck get to 8 mana?
It's not too difficult, but also if you're at 8 mana, why are you not just winning this turn?
Maybe because
you just like have a draw spell.
Maybe ran out of cantrips. Like you had to use up all of your spells to get this 8 mana.
Well, yeah, but in that case, instead of Reflected Moment, you could have like another Eye of the Beholder, since this deck is only playing 2, or you could have some other draw spell.
Yeah.
And that's more likely to get you more cantrips than taking an extra turn or 2 is.
Wait a minute. Was your version on Wheat from Chaff? Because I feel like Weed from Shaft isn't what the deck wants to do.
I think that's probably a good addition. That was a card I considered but didn't end up running.
Like
But
it's card
I'm
advantage,
thinking there's a good chance it's actually pretty good.
but it's card advantage negative, right? Like you don't want to be going down on cards when you're doing the combo, because if you go down on cards, you're going to run out of cards eventually, and then you won't be able to do
Okay, but you can go down on like lands. You don't need those when you're comboing off.
I feel like there are combo, like I've seen you combo where you only have a single cantrip that you're starting the combo
Well,
off
yeah,
with.
when that happens, you'd rather have something else, but with every card, you'd sometimes rather have something else, so. Yeah, I think it's a good addition.
Okay, sure.
I guess I don't know how much of this was in Evster's list from last time, since it looks like this is like a combination of his list and mine. It's got the Kelp Gardens I was running, also some of his stuff like the front win condition and
Yeah. All right.
4 copies of Alone with My Thoughts instead of 2.
I guess I'll go 5 chili peppers for now. It's like the deck isn't too old yet.
It's a really cool deck.
Okay, so let's move on then. Crush is on Burn. Interesting deck.
I'm not convinced Brimstone Grenadiers is a playable card.
I'm not convinced this build of Burn is better than the other build that we've seen already.
It's interesting. Paint with Starflame, is that in the regular builds these days?
No, it's not. I think someone
seems pretty good to me.
I mean, someone tried using it before, but I'm pretty sure it got cut eventually.
Didn't they? Somebody won the GP with the Gynaid Poet won the GP and she promoted it. So
let me check what the GP deck was like. Wait, what?
No.
Apparently, that's not Giant Poet. Is that one friend Giant Poet?
No, that one friend is in 3 on blue, I think.
Okay, what?
Gynoid Poet is also, I think, known as Marina, but I think her Discord thing is Gynoid Poet.
Which Grand Prix is Yang on anyway? I guess I have to check the archives. Grand Prix archives. Yang on. Apparently 2023. Okay. Yeah, it was just Burn. It's Burn. Oh, it was Burn with beaten battered.
That card was so annoying to play against.
But I mean, yeah, it does run. I guess it ran Paint with Starfire, and I guess it did good enough. But that was also before. Well, no. I guess like this Giant Poet used to build a Burn that didn't have that many creatures, so that's why they ran Paint with Starfire.
This one doesn't have many creatures. This has 16 lands instead of 20. What do you think of that?
Well, I think 16 lands when you're playing a 3-drop creature that needs you to cast more spells to do anything is certainly a choice. Wait, 22 Blood Rivers?
Especially. So what is Blood River for? I guess you can instead on turn 4 play your 3-drop and haste it to deal 1 more damage.
Okay, actually Crush Castle has said stuff in chat already. Okay, Crush Castle I didn't look at a single list. I just ran through all the burn spells and played pretty much all spells. Yeah, that definitely does seem like they just threw in all of the burn spells that they could find, including burn spells that usually aren't played in burn and more played in mid-range decks, like Flames Approach. Because Flames Approach is not really a burn card; it's more of a mid-range card. You really want to get the backside for it to be good. A Bald Lightning too, like that. That's certainly a card to be running in a burn deck. It is running 2 Imperial Sieges. Only 2 Imperial Sieges. I feel like if you're running Imperial Siege, you should either be running 0 or 4 Imperial Sieges if you want to have a Ponza plan, because the land destruction gets better the more consistently you can destroy opponent's lands, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not that much to say here other than I feel like this deck is undercooked. I can see what they're trying to do here doesn't Pauper Burn have isn't this sort of plan actually viable in Pauper Burn? Like Pauper Burn plays Thermal Alchemist.
It's been a while since I saw a Pauper Burn deck. Look at MTG Goldfish, although I'm not sure how accurate that ever is.
Pauper Burn does play Thermal Alchemist.
Alright, I'm not even seeing burn on this one.
If you find it, can you also send me the link so I can put it in on the stream? It might be called Madness Burn or something.
Oh, I see. There's a mono red madness. Looks like that. Maybe. Yeah, I guess this is kind of burn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got gutter snipe. That one deals 2 damage instead of 1 though.
Yeah, but like I guess that plan's viable because in Pauper, the threats in Pauper are a lot smaller.
Yeah, and also 2 damage is a lot more than 1.
That too, yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to untap.
Yeah. I guess.
Also, you've got like lava dart and stuff.
Oh yeah, you also have that.
Help you get triggers.
Okay, I'll just give it 1 chili pepper and move on. I feel like maybe there is sort of a deck you could build around Smoldering Ginny, but it's probably going to just be too slow compared to the stock burn list because 3 mana 3 hasters are just like that's just better than whatever you're doing here with your tappers. Okay, moving on. Epid is playing the Rock, aka aka a green black mid range. Any comments other than this is exactly what I would expect a Rock deck to look like in MSEM?
Yeah. The black and green mid range cards.
Mid range actually.
That's a really cool art on Past Unresolved. When did that get added?
Secret Layer art series. Oh, it's hers a crazy. Okay. But yeah, I mean, wait, how does it run like way too many 3-drops? What? Okay, so
yeah, it does have a lot of 3-drops.
It doesn't really run 2-drop. Or it runs Chili and then nothing else. Okay, so it's just trying to skip turn 2 by playing removal, but it has enough removal to work with, so probably going to work out for them. Like, actually, really, like this is basically just a mono black deck that's blast green because it's Auric Soulweaver. Like this is just an evolution of the Auric Soulweaver deck, which was an evolution of the mono black villainy deck, and it's splashing green in order to access Pithbolt and these planeswalkers, I guess. Not sure if Chili is something that's worth splashing for. I mean, it's like extremely powerful if it goes unanswered, but every time I've seen this card get played, it just never works out, even though it should be working out way better than it should be.
Yeah, it looks really good, although oftentimes either it gets removed or it's just too slow. But it's good at least.
What upside does Urbex give you over the mono black options? Like, is Urbex that much better than Xanagan that you're willing to splash for it?
Well, it has size up. Size up
is like really overcosted for what it does, but
yeah, like it's overcosted, but like it's a card you still are fine with casting a lot of the time.
Sure, I guess, but is Letitia actually good in this deck?
Is what?
Okay, is Letitia Wormwood actually?
Yeah, that one I was more suspicious.
Like, what are you sacking?
You don't have much sack fodder, is the thing.
So you're mostly just hoping to +2 it, and then -1, and then -3 on the vial, I guess.
Yeah, and like the vial doesn't do much here. You know,
I mean, it's just
want to immediately -3. I guess you've got the pay up token to sacrifice. Although you often want to be using that to like cast a turn 2 Letitia.
I mean, turn 2 Letitia is hard to answer on board, I guess.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Like if your opponent doesn't have mana valid based removal, you just slam Letitia on turn 2 plus it, and then minus whatever they play. And I guess like that's reasonably good.
Pretty good.
You're going to be really sad if you slam this thing and then it gets piss bolted or whatever. Actually,
yeah,
no,
I mean,
it still leaves behind a rectangle, so it's fine.
Yeah, not a good rectangle, but yeah, that's fine. And like you still used up your opponent's removal and mana.
Yeah, Infectious Ego is still like the best 4-drop mid-range card, I feel like.
Yep, that card is still good.
Also, is it just me, or do you still feel like MSEM's mid-range creatures kind of suck, or like the options are the options for good mid-range creatures are really slim?
I don't know. I don't play much mid-range, so I don't know.
Because like I definitely felt the squeeze when I was trying to build my 5-color Wayfinder, because like there just isn't that much creatures worth going for.
I don't know, I think there can be. One thing is, it's kind of hard to look for mid-range creatures
Yeah, I
that
know,
don't
right?
already see play. Like, there's nothing you can't just search for is generically good on LackeyBot.
You can do it's playable, but that doesn't actually help you because it doesn't
Yeah,
separate by mid-rangeness.
and that doesn't help you find anything that's not like already the known good mid-range cards.
I wonder if the reason why it feels like Rev has better mid-range threats is because the format's smaller, so people actually look at all the mid-range threats, so you know what the good ones are compared to the rest of the format. Meanwhile, MSEM, I'm looking for a good 3-drop mid-range thing, and then there's like I actually don't know what's good. I don't think there's any good 3-drop mid-range thing in that isn't super color intensive. Anyways, sideboard wise, it's also playing the standard answer sideboard.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. I get 5 chili peppers because I do want to see it in play. Like these sorts of mid-range decks are fun to watch. And let's move on. That Tribino is playing. Oh, they're playing Creature Vomit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, they're still running selling Akaba. Huh. I feel like lay of the land effects aren't actually good in. Oh, they're running 21 lands. Huh. I was saying that. So I actually did try building a green white Creature Vomit after seeing this deck in League because I kind of miss green white Creature Vomit. And I felt like there has been a lot of good cards printed for it, but seems like their build is the Queen Coming Festival. What does that do? Convoke, make a bunch of things. How does this deck survive Singularity's Grasp?
Your opponent doesn't have enough mana to cast it.
Doesn't the board get wiped at Singularity's Grasp for X equals 1? Because like unless you have two, no, you can't ever have 2 daisies. Yeah, you just.
I kept a 1-lander.
Oh yeah, I guess in this post board you just bring in all your white counter spells.
Oh yeah, you have that. Although some decks do have it main board and some no. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the cards I experimented with when I was trying to build green white Creature Vomit is Crypto Myriad Fates, I think. What's it called? Crypto Myriad Fates, because there's actually a lot of good creatures you can copy with this card. Like if you copy Daisy, that's 1 mana buff your board from a land. If you copy Galming,
It's legendary though, or you have something that gets around.
well, like the thing with Crep is that it makes it so that if your opponent tries to remove your payoffs, they can't. The payoffs are still alive.
Right.
Also, it has a really funny interaction with Trisend.
I forgot which card you said and was just thinking about copying. Yeah, that makes sense.
It has a really interesting interaction with Trisend where I actually asked in judge chat, and I asked the judge, and apparently every time you activate Crypt, it's a new instance, so you can transcend it again. So that means you can just transcend Sufu you can do the 1 mana transcend thing every single turn. So you keep playing counters on it, keep getting the triggers.
That's fun.
Yeah. Actually, why are we talking about cards that aren't actually in their deck? But yeah, I think so. Their plan here is to just to spam the board with creatures because there's lots of cards that just make 2 creatures for 1 mana. Your Corrections Companion makes lots of mana that way, and then eventually you try to leverage it into a win. I guess in this case it'd probably be Daisy, or it'd be like Camouflage Sparios, which is also really fun because it has Panglacial Worm text and it gets super duper reduced by all your creatures. So eventually you just get.
Oh, hey, this is doing the Time Stream Sentinel thing.
Yeah, Time Stream Sentinel.
Wait, what's that thing?
Wild Invocation. So Wild Invocation lets you tap 2 creatures, and then you get to.
That's fun.
You search out Time Stream Sentinel and copy it, and then you get a wall of lifelinkers, and that probably beats whatever aggro opponent you're facing.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't really have much to say here. I'm going to give it 5 chili peppers because I really like seeing people trying to still keep green white Creature Vomit alive. Oh, something went wrong. Okay, I'll restart. Oh, reload. Okay. Anyways, so green white Creature Vomit 5 chili peppers because I like to see people trying to keep this archetype alive.
You know what I really miss?
What?
Getting to play Jun Chu the Scenery and have 8 main deck board wipes against green white Creature Vomit.
Do the scenery pre-nerf or post-nerf?
Pre-nerf. Back when it was like 4 flame colors command and 4 pre-nerf culminating chaos.
Yeah.
The Jund version.
I don't. I don't remember, but like I probably have an idea of what you're talking about. Isn't Creature Vomit actually reasonably good against damage-based removal? Because it used to run Paris Paragon. But like the Broken Bridge of Creature Vomit never actually top cutted anything because it ran into a bunch of bad matchups or something. I'm not sure. Anyways, do you want to just move on? I don't know what we're talking about at this point.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Bancraft is running white-black avatars, white-black enchantments. It's enchantments / avatars. So it's playing ways to reduce your enchantment spells, and then it's playing Enchantress Effect. Selenite Flagirl is one of the new cards. It makes, I guess it's enchantment that makes avatars stronger. Oh, I didn't know that Transcendent Explorer was an avatar. That's like really good synergy. That's really good cross-set synergy between Beyond the Blackwall and AQ. And then you have all the avatars support from AQ. So the Digitization Rig. It's also running Condo Clearings because that's a really good Enchantress payoff. Gleaming Importance. That thing. So basically, it makes it so that it's essentially every turn you get to pay 1 mana to make a 2/2. That's basically how it plays out, and you get all the avatar synergies with that. So that ends up working out pretty well. It also randomly reduces other avatars. Love Eltar. Huh. Didn't realize that card existed. Yeah, it seems pretty good in that deck. And then Crescent's Beginning is, I guess that's more Enchantress effects. I mean, yeah, it seems like a pretty strong enchantment deck, I guess. Do you have anything else to say?
No. Got a bunch of cards. I'm not sure how consistently you can get the avatar stuff working, but that seems cool.
I mean, avatar stuff, it's more of just a side theme.
Yeah.
Like, you don't.
That's cool. I think I'll give it 4 chili peppers.
Yeah, I'll give it 5 chili peppers. It's like interesting enough. Moving on. Hersey Quersey is on Arita deck. So the combo here is that you get Arita down, you get Visage of Amaria down. Somehow that lets you activate Arita a bunch of times, which then lets you take infinite turns. Did I describe it correctly?
I think so. Yep. At least that's vaguely what I remember.
And then the rest of the deck is just control. So you got it's running Spirit Script package. Spirit Script Diffuse.
Yuri Control is a pretty cool deck. I always like to see.
Worlds interesting. It's running Worlds Away as its card draw choice.
Yeah.
Card draw of choice. And then Swarm Cohort means that Swarm Cohort is an annoying blocker that dies into one of your Planeswalker, so it helps you with the combo. And then Pulse Board, there's like a bunch of wait, why is it running a bunch of random legendary? Oh yeah, before a Swarm Cohort. Actually, Swarm Cohort can also die into Panya, which is kind of funny. Like, if you can get Swarm Cohort to die on turn 4 and then you flash in Panya, then you get to take an extra turn right away. But actually, isn't Pact of the Moon kind of anti-synergistic with Spirit Script? Maybe they're only planning to use it for the life gain and creature mode mostly.
It's not anti-synergistic to the point that it's bad. Like, Spirit Script is still 2 mana, draw 2, discard a card at instant speed. It's not the worst thing to cast.
I mean, like, no, it's anti-synergistic. It's anti-synergistic with the Spirit Fix package because you're exiling your own graveyard. I guess, like, if you have to pull the cord, then you have to pull the cord. Like, if your opponent's deck cares more about the graveyard.
You don't have to choose that mode. And if you are choosing it, you're probably getting more out of it than your opponent is.
Yeah. What's it running Yazag for in the sideboard? Is it just for anti-mill?
Is there a mill deck?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Are they like trying to hedge against? Do they like think that there might be a combo deck somewhere that does infinite mill, so they're just playing it as a hedge?
Guess maybe. When's the last time Mill saw play? Was that back before those like couple 1-drops got nerfed?
Well, no. Didn't Hersey run like the Inquisitor's Blade deck last GP or something?
Oh right, that was that thing. Except this is Hersey's deck, so he's not gonna be playing against her own deck that they're not playing in this GP. So.
But maybe someone else is going to.
Somebody might bring it, but I guess it's one sideboard slot, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad to lose.
And then the rest of the sideboard is board wipes, because the only thing that this deck loses to more than it, or no, creature aggro. It doesn't even lose that hard to creature aggro because Sworn Cohort exists. But
and you've got a tiny Heroine Toddy in the sideboard. That's probably pretty good against aggro. Got more Pact of the Moon, a Queen's Duty.
Yeah, I'll give it 5 chili peppers because I'm still not
Yeah,
past that deck yet.
pretty...
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm giving it 5 as well. Yuri control is always fun to see.
It's this exact same deck. Is silver also?
No, it's not, but it is the same archetype.
They're not running Sworn Cohort. Huh.
It's got 2 Panya instead of 1. Oh yeah, no Sworn Cohort.
They're running Lose Your Mind, which...
and this Cosmic Coalescing.
Huh. Oh wait. Apparently they haven't fixed the image for the non-promo image for Lose Your Mind yet. I guess I'll message Cajun about it afterwards. Like basically what happened was that...
What's wrong with it?
No, look at the bottom of the image. It's like... Wait, is it not? Basically, so I reflected the image, and then because I was testing out the image, the promo frame, like they gave you the promo frame, right? So I basically cropped the image to my liking so that it fit in the promo frame the way I want, and then I copied the output to Cajun. But I guess I didn't give the original image to Cajun, so they just also pasted it into the non-promo frame. So like, yeah, I have to. I think I pinged Cajun in the past about it, but maybe they forgot. So, anyways, I'll have to just remember to do that.
It's like there's post-nerf shredded memory.
Oh wait, I
think that's still good now?
They're running 4 copies of it? Okay, what are they trying to do with that?
I mean, it's probably still a decent card.
No, it's
especially since they've...
I tried playing.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of the things that are good with it, so I think it's probably still...
Okay, what are they comboing with it? Do they run 3 packs to the moon?
And 2 liminality.
I do not think it's worth... I don't think that combo's good enough for you to be running 4 copies of shredded memory.
Yeah, or 2 copies of liminality.
I mean, liminality is actually just good.
Liminality's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually pretty good now that I read it again.
But like, I don't think 3-mana Tormenting Voice is good in this format.
Yeah.
So
you've only got 5 sorceries for liminality, and they're all on the more expensive side.
What? I think you're just hoping to... Wait, you're not milling over anything. Okay, so like, I mean, I guess you're just hoping to use liminality to do the bounce the creature, bounce the spell mode, because that is still a blowout. Yeah. Like if your opponent tries to curve out and you liminality them, then that's a huge blowout. I mean, it's not a blowout, but like it definitely puts them back a few turns.
Yeah.
I guess like if you can ever shredded memory, I guess maybe 3 mana throw 2 damage around twice, but you have to pitch card for it. That's just, I don't think that's good. But I guess maybe Silver's of the opinion that if you can lucid one of these cards, it's so good that's worth playing the 1 extra for the effect.
Yeah. And the sideboard, this one's got like Bind and Silence, and I guess there's the Cosmic Coalescing package. Oh, I'm not seeing much like removal in the Cosmic Coalescing package.
Cosmic Coalescing is removal.
Yeah, but what if you want second removal? Also, no land to get.
Actually, the more interesting thing is that they're running both Bright Future and Kraken Time, so like they really think that it's worth taking a lot of sideboard slots to finishes that they grab out with Cosmic Coalescing. Like, there's no other reason to be running Kraken Time, right? Other than just you think you're going to win the game, so you might as well with Cosmic Coalescing.
I think Bright Future is probably pretty consistently better than Kraken Time.
Like, when will we ever grab Kraken Time? Your win cons. I guess if you don't have your combo, so that you have to grab a single card win con, then you can grab Kraken Time.
But you already have other cards to win with. I think you'd rather just draw 7 and free cast something.
Well, no, the other cards you win with are all like, you need both Planeswalkers on the field to go infinite. So like your other win con's a 2-card combo.
You've got Cosmic Coalescing. You've got Prodigious Panya, Pact of the Moon. Shredded Memory can deal a bit of damage, even. Oh, and you've got Monument of Queens.
Yeah, but like if you only have Cosmic Coalescing left and you need it to win the game for you, then I guess that's when you grab Kraken Time. Except it's still going to take it. Okay,
But
so
when are you gonna have only that left? Like,
I mean, if it goes down to really, if it goes down to top deck war, I could easily imagine you being stuck with a single Cosmic Coalescing in hand on your end step or on the opponent's end step, and then your plan becomes Cosmic for X equals 8. So that's 10 mana. I mean, I guess like yeah, you could get into a spot where you're top decking with 10 mana up because you keep flooding. Like I could imagine that happening, and then in that scenario, then you're pretty happy that you can grab Kraken Time. Although if you have 10 mana and you're top decking, I guess like Bright Future would just be as good because it probably draws you into something good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got it. Yeah, I mean, good point. Yeah, I don't see where Kraken Time would be beneficial over the other options.
yeah.
Are you at least running the? Yeah, you are running the extra copy of the combos in the sideboard though. So I think most
Yeah.
likely your Cosmic Coalescing Stones grab your other combo piece, and then that ends up being like reasonably good enough. But yeah, sure. I mean, good attempt on the deck. I'll give it. I'll give it five chili peppers for trying to make shredded memory work with liminality because that's like something I
Yeah.
definitely tried to do before shredded memory got nerfed.
Yeah, I'm giving it 5 as well. Let's see. Next, we've got Provocative on Red Green Stompy.
Oh yeah, it's this deck. It's on the bad
Deck is
version.
probably still pretty good.
Okay, they're on Wide Free Rough Rider. They're on the old version. Wide Free Rough Rider is bad. You're supposed to cut this for. Is it on the old version that doesn't even have Rova inside? Yeah. The updated version of this deck has Rova instead of Wide Free Rough Rider because Wide Feed Rough Rider's complete garble. It just doesn't do enough. You play it and it's a 4-mana do nothing card. Wait, did the old version also run 3 Solar Flare main? What did Epic run? Oh yeah, it does run 3 Solar Flare main. Huh. But yeah, like this is the updated version. It runs it also runs Avatar Basalt instead of the Mana Dork because trying to get green on turn 1, trying to curve out with trying to get green on turn 1 is really hard to do. It ends up screwing you over more often than not. So you want all your 1-drops to be red. But yeah, otherwise, it's also on 4 Blood River, even though it probably should be on that. I'll give it. I mean, like I really like the deck, so I'll give it 5 chili peppers. But this version is outdated and not optimized.
There's a Splash Cat is on the Jeskai Eureka deck.
Same deck as last time. It didn't get nerfed,
so.
right? So this deck's really annoying to play against.
I guess was the land that blinks that etherizes or something. Was that in this deck?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool deck still.
Sure, I'll give it 5 chili peppers. It's like I'll give it 4 chili peppers. It's like fun, but I don't like it. Just like for personal reasons, I don't like it. I don't vibe with the deck. And moving on. Toast is running.
Yeah, looks like Toasty's also on that.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm giving you 1 chili pepper for unoriginality. Proxy is on Demir Temple. Like this deck. So basically, this is going to be a Xerox deck, right? You're running.
Yeah.
You're running 8 cantrips, bunch of removal, find happiness and misery to get you up on cards. Professor's Note is an interesting discard spell to be playing. How easily can you make use of? How easily can you get rid of the fatigue?
I'd say not easily.
Honestly, no. You can just mill it, right? I guess.
Oh yeah, right. That's a thing.
So I guess the plan here is like if you have 2 mana, you can Professor's Note and then play one of your cantrips to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Then
It's really cool deck.
Visions of the End is a 1 mana 3/2 that a 1 mana 3/2 that puts a spell in the yard and puts itself in the yard, and then once you have enough things in the yard, your Bleak Foam Marauders cost 1 mana, and you try to win with that. Bleak Foam Marauders can also just come out from your graveyard for 2 mana, so that's pretty good. And then you have Jar Champion as your like non-graveyard based tempo threat. Yeah, this deck's pretty cool. I'll give it 5 chili peppers. I like when people try to make Xerox decks work.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
It's like Esper Control.
Yeah, it's Esper Control with. Is there any No, but it's a straight up Esper control. There's no packages anywhere. And it's running 2 copies of Sora. Creature decks are going to hate this.
That card's cool.
Yeah. Sora screws over creature decks so much. Especially when this deck also has a bunch of board wipes, right? It's running.
Yeah.
It has 2 board wipes. It has like 4 Terraformers Globe to help with mana fixing.
3 board wipes.
Actually, do you even want Terraformers Globe in this deck? Like the mana.
Maybe.
I guess it helps with Cosmic.
I guess Mind Rip is kind of hard.
Mind Rip? Yeah, I guess.
So you're only playing 1 copy. Yeah, it's probably fine. Like it's 1 mana, draw a card, do something nice.
And like the problem with playing Terraformers Globe into random decks is that like if you can't make use of it at all, if you're just like it's not actually free, it makes mulligan decisions a lot harder, and it could also and it also might screw up your curve in the early turns.
I guess one thing is this doesn't have a lot of like life paying lands to use with it. You've just got Sedate Tundra, but like it's not really turning off the downsides of your lands very often.
I think the idea with Terraformers Globe, at least, is that with it out, you don't have to worry about mana fixing at all. So you can just your mana base is already good enough, right? You don't have to.
Yeah, it is.
You don't have to use Terraformers Globe.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. You have anti-magic.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I see what they're doing. Okay, yeah, then that makes total sense. So 4 copies of Cosmos, 4 copies of Anti-Magic. That's a pretty strong counter magic suite. Also has vast.
Yeah, it helps with your Cosmic Sinkhole as well.
This deck's doing so much counter magic and removal. Like it's a true control deck.
This is fun.
And it's also on Garth. I see. So Terraformers Globe is your only way of casting Garth.
Oh yeah, it's helpful for casting Garth.
How
often do you think you want to bring in the Garth?
I mean, you don't bring it in unless you have Terraformers Globe in your opening hand, right?
Yeah, and even then, like, I don't think you want to put it in your hand that often. I guess if you're like flooded.
Yeah, like
your opening hand.
It doesn't cost anything to be. It doesn't cost you much to just
run it there.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth having.
Like it's just
have there.
It's just a fallback plan just in case you need it.
Yep.
And then just more removal and more answers in the sideboard. So I guess this
got Delve for Treasures. I think this card is really strong.
It's a mass draw spell, so yeah, probably, or probably good in the control deck just to refill after everything.
I think it's a very good mass draw spell.
So
I've lost quite a bit to it.
So what's the win con? I guess it's Baitso and Sora and Mari. So like you have 6 win cons in your deck. Everything else is just answers and card draw. Mostly just answers. You don't actually have that much card draw.
That's a good number of win cons. Oh, you've got Mind Rip.
Oh yeah, I guess technically that's also a win con.
And the Monument on Fight for Succession.
Oh yeah, right. That's also technically copies that you're running. Only 1 copy. Okay, yeah, sure. That's also a win con. You are not running any Monument of Queens in a land base, but I guess that makes sense if you don't really want to bother with that.
Yeah, and like it's running a bunch of like triple pip cards.
You are running 2 Mirrorgate, so because lands are one of the ways you lose. Does this deck have any ways of killing research quarters? Otherwise,
Mirrorgate?
No, I mean other than Mirrorgate.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, Exhumed does it.
Okay, yeah, I guess that does it. But yeah, 5 Chili Peppers. I mean, it's like a true control deck.
Dying's Displeasure can make them sack a creature.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Embodied Soul can eventually just block it if it gets big enough.
I feel sorry for anyone who has.
I'll give this 5 Chili Peppers.
And moving on, Cyber.
Jeskai Juyu.
It's the same deck as last GP, I think. Any changes? Let me just double check if there's any changes. That's not the right. Seems like they cut. Let's see. It seems like they did change the sideboard. They have Commanding Princesses now instead of Tanya.
Nice.
And they have still the Panmomian and what they cut Director for? Okay, they cut it for extra copies of Setting Sun. So they can go even more controlling in a sideboard. And then other than that,
that's a nice art.
Other than that, it is just it's Planeswalkers and control cards and Operative Posh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
but
really like this Ayaku setting sun art. Cool.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that does look kind of cool. Okay, I'll give it I'll give it 4 chili peppers for originality, but
I'm giving it 5.
okay. Okay, we did everyone, yay! And we did it before
Yeah.
fast enough that no technical issues happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Why do you feel so?
Thanks.
Why are both of us so low energy today?
I've been going to a bunch of concerts all day,
Yeah.
and it's 10:03 p.m. where I am. So,
Mm. Well, I mean, I guess
better than some of the other times.
I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing that Assy isn't here, because if Assy was here, I don't think. I mean, it'll be even more obvious that we don't have any energy.
Yeah, it's always nice having them here. Also to raise the energy in general.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I
it's
feel.
just nice to have a third person to bounce ideas off, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, because also I feel like Assy is just much better at talking than both of us are.
Yeah.
Or just much better at keeping a conversation going than us two.
Yeah, they come up with a lot of good tangents.
Oh yeah, do you want me to go on a tangent right now?
Yeah,
So,
sure.
When I was building my deck, I pulled up a hypergeometric calculator about like how often Elvish Wayfinder hits. So the hit rate for this thing hovers somewhere around 85% to 90%, depending on how many lands you have left. So basically, every time I try to jam an Elvish Wayfinder, I'm basically trying to hit a Fire Blast from Pokemon.
Card seems very good to me.
Actually, would you be comfortable playing a card that has an 85% chance to whiff?
Yeah. I mean, for forever I was playing like half my decks were 4 copies of To the Scenery decks, and that one, if you whiff, you just lose because you don't have any lands anymore.
Yeah, but was that sort of would that whiff like 85, or would it whiff 15% of the time?
I don't know. I mean, how often whiff depended on how many lands you had when you did it and how good your deck was. Stuff. Yeah, I think there was probably like 15% chance a lot of the time to lose. I would usually try to cast it as late as possible, but if I was against an aggro deck, I had to cast it on like turn 4 and just hope I drew the right, or not drew, but like exiled the right cards.
Wait, what was it when? How did you continue from there? Anyway, like you have a bunch of rituals, right?
Well, it
That's how
depended
you.
on the deck. Since there were a bunch of them, there was like
I can't search up
there
the
was the
decks.
Jund Storm one that tried to cast a lot of spells and then win with Unleash the Dragon. There was the Mono Red Storm one that had what was it called that banned card that it copies target instant or sorcery and Instant of Brilliance. That's it.
All right, yeah.
And there was also some version with this really complicated combo where like you kept sacrificing creatures and then casting like draw spells that cared about the number of creatures that had died, and then you won with that 4-color card that makes your opponent lose life equal to like I think at the time before the nerf it was like twice as many as
Restart command.
damage as the number of cards you drew.
Restart command, right?
That was a weird deck. And then there was also a Grixis Mill featuring To the Scenery, which was a bit more like controlling and tried to cast it on with like 6 lands in play.
I can't
sacrifice.
I can't find any of these decks because apparently LackyBot does not show cards after they've been nerfed.
I can send my player page.
Yeah, probably won't look at it though.
In
So
voice text channel. Feeling there. Yeah, I had
filter all events. Well, that's a lot of things. What is your first league deck? Oh, your first league deck was Contra.
Yeah, the very old version of Bant Contratan, which this was not pretty different from the version that I won Grand Prix Middle of Nowhere with. That one, I really wish that one didn't have to die for that other Contra Town deck since This was really fun to play Contra Town back when I was doing that.
Wait. Apparently you didn't. Apparently I started playing before you did. I always thought you were an older player than I thought you started sooner than I did. Or I always thought you started. I always thought you started before I did, but apparently you didn't. So.
No, sense. I remember. I think you were playing. What was it? It was like Rini and Fuse. I think.
Yeah, Rini
at
Fuse.
the time that I joined.
No, you joined. You joined before that.
Well, I think I joined like a month.
Yeah.
It was pretty soon after I joined.
Oh yeah, here you go. That's cue the scenery deck. Yep. All right. Is there anything you want to say about your deck that you haven't already said? Or actually, maybe we can look at matchups. Let me just double check that the audio is still working. Yes, it's still working. So Crush Castle has already lost. Although that was not unexpected. I mean, actually, Crush Castle has won
a game though.
Crush Castle has won games for it with their decks, even when it looked unlikely, because like sometimes their deck just gets deuce the thing that the deck was built to do.
Yeah.
And it does the thing. And
especially with Burn, you can just kill them sometimes.
Yeah. Although this Burn list...
Don't draw Brimstone Grenadiers.
Yeah. Okay, so Mark, who am I facing? I need to... oh god.
Also...
I have to face Erika.
Have fun with that. I
mean, like, this isn't actually bad. I don't think this matchup's that bad because I have access to post board. I have 4 Singularities grasp, so I just have to like try to grasp them. Like, I think grasping them usually works out well for me, so I just have to like hope my grasp doesn't get countered. They have...
grasp does seem pretty good against this deck.
Oh, okay. No, what's going to happen is that they're going to bind in silence my grasp, and I'm going to lose horribly because of that. On the bright side, they don't have more counter spells in the sideboard, so I just have to dodge 6 cards from their deck that can answer a grasp, and then if I can grasp them, then I get to wipe the entire board, and hopefully that's enough to make me win.
Yeah, and I am facing Burn.
Ah, cool.
That's probably not a good matchup, but not like terrible either.
Are you supposed
to? I don't really have much in the way of. Yeah, I think it's probably bad matchups.
Are you supposed to board out?
I don't really have much in the way of life gain.
Are you supposed to board out Vicious Slasher in this matchup?
No.
Theoretically, you don't have any good small. Okay, no, you have good small removal, right? You can. Although all your removals.
They got a bunch of cards that are good against Plasma Addict, I noticed. Between there's the Thought Charm is really good against it. And also Rogar's Gambit.
You should probably board that out.
Pretty annoying. And if I'm boarding that out, I'm not sure I can afford to also lose the Vicious Slashers.
I mean, what, you board in 2 Rogar's Gambit, 1 Fire Eraser, Cosmic Spell. Right, you don't have any. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Your sideboard sucks for this matchup.
Yeah, like you probably should have some stuff for it.
Like you have to board in counter spells because you don't have better options, but like you really want to have counter spells. You really want to be boarding in counter spells against Burn because it's so timing sensitive, and they're probably going to get under you before you can hold up counters anyways.
Yeah, a lot of it is I want to hope I can get the last stop combo going.
Do you think they'll ever let you actually attack with Vicious Slasher?
I mean, I think they will sometimes. Yeah, if they don't.
No, I mean, bolting a Vicious Slasher is free for them, basically. Like, they don't even have to think about whether they want to bolt it or not.
Oh yeah, since it has a win out. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this one.
Well, you just have to hope they mulligan to Billibian.
Yes.
Because Burn can always draw really poorly, right? You just have to, like, either they mulligan down super low or they just top deck lands for a bunch of turns in a row. That's how you beat Burn.
Maybe I can somehow manage to flip in an Eastu.
I mean, that's not that unlikely if the game goes long. Like, maybe they can't answer Initiative, and then... Well, no, they have hasty 2 mana 3/3s. Like, the Initiative is really bad into that. So you have to hold it for a long game. Yeah, okay. I guess just... I'll see how you do.
I'm not well.
Alright, and with that, I think that's enough for the stream. So, yeah.
Alright. Thanks for letting me join. That was fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Despite us,
Bye.
yeah, bye.